if you are the support team and the support unit, reach out to your loved ones who are maybe out there doing the deed, and give them some love and support. We appreciate you guys. We appreciate everything you do for us to keep the world turning in the right direction. And I love all you veterans, and I love all the listeners, and I appreciate. Welcome in to Normalized PTSD from Brownwood, Texas. I've attempted to start this 4 or 5 times. I hated every intro, so I'm just going to roll with it. You're going to get what you get. Thank you for joining us here. And by us, I mean me, because there's no one else here. This is my favorite episode of the year, where I get to reflect back on all the episodes that we went through, everything that I covered and people I chatted with. It's just it's a fun experience. I talked to a lot of people that, normally there's no reason for me to even reach out to them. So I really do appreciate and value this podcast and the opportunities that I've had because of it. I just wanted to do a quick shout out to some peeps before we get started. Matt Domyancic, thank you so much. Always staying in contact. Really value and appreciate you and how you push me to just, challenge what I know and what I think I know, Abigail Manning, like always, you're constantly sending me good guests, and I really appreciate your support. Robin, really enjoyed several emails that I got back from you, the words of encouragement, and love what you're doing over there. And of course, like always, my family, my support unit. None of this would be possible without you. I didn't get as many episodes this year as I wanted to, and that was kind of a bummer, but it's all good. Saying a lot, but it's all right. There's, life happens. Currently on the road show, I'm just driving as hard as I can to be on the path. I had some things in life that came up, and I really need to make some more money, which, work in Hawaii has kind of dwindled down. So in addition to doing this podcast, I still remove explosive items all over the world. Currently, it has drugged me to Brownwood, Texas. But Brownwood, Texas is pretty cool. People here are pretty awesome. I've had a pretty good time so far, and the job's really fun. So we'll get started. Reflecting back, Dr. Mark Gordon. That was a really fun one. Learned a lot about TBI, inflammatory cytokines, and his foundation, and all the really positive things he's doing for veterans and first responders. Definitely a meaningful, and reflecting back on it, it was a time of growth and just understanding, because TBI is something I deal with, and it was really exciting to learn more about my issues and ways to combat that, and seeing that there's other people out there that also have traumatic brain injuries that are improving their situations and processes. And, I tried some of his supplements and things like that. And I would have to say that on a cognitive level, I am functioning higher and better. I am doing a lot of things constantly trying to improve that, like cognitive rehabilitation. I mean, everything I read that says it improves it, I kind of go down. And if you see me looking over here, I should be looking at you guys, but I can't do that and read my notes, because if not, there's no telling what I'll say. Sean Welsh, that was a really cool episode. SOS podcast. I really enjoy that podcast. Every time I see him on my social media accounts, I try to, give him a like, comment, share, follow. I really like what he's doing. He's very active, and I like how his podcast is. It's really done well, and doing his podcast was a lot of fun, and he gave me lots of contacts that led me down paths that were pretty interesting. So I appreciate Sean Welsh. It was really fun doing your podcast. And Jon Foti. Jon Foti was really fun. U.S. Army veteran, CEO. You can go back and listen to that episode. It was early January of last year, or this year. That was fun. He really gave me some insight on some of the things that he did and his like goal and direction in life, and I looked into a few of those here in Hawaii, and we'll see how those turn out. Working toward it. Sonny Gerber, jiu-jitsu. I liked him. It was a really fun episode listening to his story. Man, it was a wild story hearing about the dogs or the dog, and never realized that like a dog wound has to heal open so you don't get bacteria, so you don't have to reopen it. And like that's one of the big ones that jumped out to me. I really hope to get out there soon to train with you guys. See Stuart Grazer, man. There was such a theme last year. A lot of not all of them made it out, and I still have some of them still editing. I kind of leaned hard into work, so my bandwidth got a little bit tight. So a lot of the episodes I have recorded, I haven't been able to release in a timely manner, especially of veteran video gamers, like the video game designers. Those guys are awesome. It was such a fun episode. It's next. It's coming. Apologize for the delay on that. But Stuart Grazer, in several of these, it was a very religious themed, like God themed. And I know it's most likely my mother. She's praying, have me come back to the flock. Anyways, I hear it, which is going to lead me. There's some other things I was going to talk to about that in regards to, I guess, Christianity and stuff like that. But we'll talk about that later. Dr. Lanny Snodgrass, that was really cool. Such an awesome, humble guy. And that's my first in-person recording that I've ever done. So that was a real blast and a real treat. Got to have him and his friend come to the house, got him coffees, and we talked story before we actually jumped on to the recording. So that was a lot of fun. Enjoyed Lanny. I really wish I would have got out on the boat with him and his buddy the next day, but we were already hiking when we found out, and there was no turning around. Let's see, Matt Sandolvi. That was a really good one too. That was a little bit outside of my norm. The CEO of Free Arts. It was really interesting seeing his approach in the vetting process of what they do to ensure that these kids who come into the care have a really awesome environment to heal, and the process of how they deal with ACEs and the poverty situations that they're in. There was a lot of really interesting resources that I learned in that episode that I didn't really know about beforehand, and it was a fun one. Jeremy Hudec, you're another one. I got a shout out earlier. I really value reaching out. You just hit me up just to say hi. That's a lot of fun, and it's good to see the path that you're on, the good stuff that you're doing, the psychedelic medicines, and those are really showing to be promising. A lot of that is coming out. Like so many people, like Jay Kopelman, like I talked to him next, but like each one of these, I haven't met many veterans who go looking for help in a therapeutic way to use psilocybin, or psilocybin-assisted therapies, for it to go negative. Like for the majority of them, it seems to be extremely positive. The other common theme is it's not a miracle cure. It's the beginning of a journey of healing. But Mission Within, and Jay Kopelman, I was so appreciative of him taking time to jump on the episode too. To be honest, he was a bit intimidating at first because he seems so serious, and he's such a good dude. It was really awesome getting to talk to him, listen to his story and perspective, and how it wasn't psilocybin assisted therapy, him or Jeremy. Sorry, that was another episode I was thinking of. They're both doing ibogaine and 5-MeO DMT. Sorry about that. My bad, fellas. But yeah, I've actually signed up with Mission Within, and in the process of hopefully going down there and checking that out. It's going to be pushed back for quite a bit, but we're going to get out there and see what it does. And then next we have Lauren Burns, and that was a really cool episode. I guess they're all cool in my mind, but I'll never forget the comment of that gentleman who's like, oh, we'll just swim her across the ocean there, or the river there, to the next country. And I was just like, I can't imagine me, like, my first thought would be like, yeah, just throw this young child on my back and I'm going to swim her 2 miles. Like, it was a really interesting and awesome story. I've never really quite heard anything like it, and I appreciate the opportunity for her jumping on here and share how she got through all that. And if you want to hear more of her stories, please go check her out at Redeemed Podcast. She's crushing it, and it's really awesome seeing what she's doing. And then Monica Robbins, appreciate all the texts and the chats. Really glad that Jon connected us and that you joined the podcast. It was a lot of fun. I guess big life lessons that I've taken away from this year would be, quality of life, prioritizing what you truly value, and then going after it and getting it. A lot of times it's challenging. You have like good option and good option. It's like, which one do you want to go with? Sometimes that's pretty tough, or sometimes it's like, hey, I want to go have fun with friends, or hey, I want to sit down and do this episode real quick. And, I like thinking of which is going to be the most impactful for the future and the direction I want to go. And sometimes I might have to miss that football game. I might have to do a little bit of work when I want to do a little bit of fun, but it's all right. It's going to pay off in the end. And other than that, I guess I did lean heavier into work mode this year opposed to mental health and podcast mode. So I really appreciate everyone out there who has stuck it out and still supports the show and still listens, still got tons of comments, emails, and positive feedback from everything this year. And yeah, hopefully next year we're going to get back up to average numbers. We'll see how that works out. It looks like I might be heading to overseas a little bit, do some work. And if that happens, it's going to be hard to balance all that again, but we're going to knock it out. And me and Matt Domyancic are talking about doing a monthly show. I hope we can nail down the times and details on that. It sounds really cool in that regard. Chris, if you listen to this, you're awesome. I'm glad you reached out to me. Had a really good chat with him. A former EOD guy. Now he's doing some coaching work and life coaching. And I'm one of his first students. I was like, heck yeah. I was like, sign me up. So looking forward to see where that goes and supporting him. And hopefully once his thing's up and running full speed, we can get him on here and share more about what he's doing. Remember your veterans and first responders out there. Holidays aren't always the best for that group. A lot of us spend time deployed in deployed locations. A lot of us don't get those holidays off. We have to spend it separated from our families. Some of us are in Airbnb in Brownwood, but it's all good. It's all by choice on this end. But there's a lot of them out there, this is hard times. I remember some of my first duty stations. It was really challenging for a lot of the people out there who struggled being away from their friends and family. And I remember there was at least 2 suicides while I was at Luke Air Force Base. And they were all like right around November, December to January time frame. And it's a tough time. And deployed locations, I know it was brutal. I really appreciate, God rest his soul, Tim Berry and that crew and that leadership crew when we were in Iraq. Like, we all bought Christmas presents for each other. That is a funny story to share in person, not to the world. But I'll never forget. Why not? So Lenny bought me a baby doll because of a previous girlfriend. It was suggested that she cheated on me. But anyways, and there was a fake baby doll in my box to kind of like poke at me, and it made me laugh pretty hard. But this baby doll, like, if you didn't attention it, it would like cry, and it drove me crazy. So I just threw it away. And unknown to me, old Z Shapiance, he dug it out of the trash. And if you know Z, he's probably the smartest human being in the world. He's definitely up there. And this guy manipulated the electronics in the baby doll to where when he keyed his radio on ops on channel 4, it would make the baby doll cry. And everybody else pretended they couldn't hear it. So like I'd be sitting there running ops, and I'm like, time stamping and keeping communications with the teams and stuff. And all of a sudden you just hear the and I'd be like, did you guys hear that? And they're all like, no, we have no idea what you're talking about. What are you talking about? Until one day Rex, he broke his smile. I heard the baby cry, and it was like, meow. And then he smirched. I was like, you guys can hear it. Now, I thought I was going crazy after about 3 weeks of it. And I found it in the rafters of the building, pulled it down, and it was definitely a funny time. But that's kind of what we do in those environments. Do the best we can to normalize it, keep the holidays going, So I hope you all find ways, maybe not as dramatic as that, to enjoy the holidays. If you are the support team and the support unit, reach out to your loved ones who are maybe out there doing the deed, and give them some love, support. We appreciate you guys. We appreciate everything you do for us to keep the world turning in the right direction. And I love all you veterans, and I love all the listeners, and I appreciate everything you do. And if there's anything that any topic you guys want to talk about, anything you don't, or I might have missed or anything like that, definitely hit me up. If you know anybody that's in this headspace, this workspace that wants to collaborate, just send them my way. I'm always looking for new guests, anything to talk about. EOD community, you're the best. Love you guys. And same. I feel like if we were all to put our heads together and work on this together, we could do a lot of damage in a good way. So love you guys. And if you need anything else from me, reach out. Happy holidays. Love you. Peace.